Completion. Yeah. Yep.
How many points?
Have I not put it in? I think I put it in as 20. Yeah. Practice prep. Yeah. Yeah, so that reminder, thank you for asking that, Nigel, that the review packet is due tomorrow. And I will, if we have time, after we go over this one thing, I will take questions. I will also take questions tomorrow in class, because I realized I didn't do that at the beginning of this week. So, all right, so we finished off yesterday talking about looking at the mass spec graphs for a diatomic molecule and finding the relative molecular mass. So we looked at this spectrum of chlorine, talked about how we have these different, two different isotopes of the chlorine atom, of the chlorine ion in this case, the single atom. But when we put them together, we really have three different versions depending on the combination of isotopes, of those two isotopes that we have. And we talked about how that means that when we do our calculation, our denominator is going to have the sum of all of the relative intensities the same way that you would do for a regular relative intensity, relative atomic mass. So I just wanted to go through this example that they give you, this exercise, okay? So same kind of thing, we've got two main isotopes for bromine, and so we've got three contributions to three different ways that we can put that molecule together with the different isotopes. And so I don't know if anybody noticed this, but there's actually a typo here. It should be 160, because 79 plus 81 is 160, not 159. I don't know why that's there. So so this is, you're just going to set this up the same way. So you're only, if it's asking for the relative formula mass or molecular mass, you're only looking at the diatomic side. You're not taking these into account, the single atoms into account. So it would just be your mass over charge, so say 158 times your relative intensity, 52, all of that, plus 160 times 100, plus 162 times 48. And then the denominator would be all of the intensities, because again, this is normalized to 100%, with the highest peak to 100%. So you would put this over 158 plus 160 plus, or sorry, not the intensities. I messed that up, sorry. Let me go back. Looking at the wrong numbers. So this would be 52 plus 100 plus 48. So in this case, it's going to be 200 on the bottom there, right? So, yeah, so that's what that would look like in, say, a quiz question, potentially. And that's how you would set up the calculation. Okay. Questions on this? Yeah. Great question. What about 80? What happened to 80? Well, there's a tiny little bit you can see of 80, and maybe a tiny little bit of what looks like it might be 82. We are not counting that, and typically when if you're asked to find the relative atomic mass or molecular mass, it will be obvious which peaks you're counting. You'll get the data for those. It'll be clear what those numbers are. So I'm not sure, honestly, if these small bars here around 80 are artifacts, or if it is just a very, very, very low abundance isotope. So my guess is the latter. And it's low enough abundance to not even be included in this calculation. Like maybe if we were just doing bromine by itself, we would factor those in. But when we start putting the possibilities together, it's not worth it to also include all of the possibilities that you would need for all 4 isotopes paired up in a Br2 molecule. So my guess is that they're low enough abundance that this calculation is going to be essentially correct even without them. Good question. Thank you for that. Okay, so I know you have your review packet. I am actually changing this to Tuesday because we didn't have class yesterday. Here's your first all tasks, okay? 1 page, your own review guide, study guide, whatever you want to call it, where for all of structure 1.2. Okay, so all of the atomic structure stuff that we've talked about so far, including the higher level content. So you've got 2 study guide packets from MSJ Chem that covers that. You've got your textbook, you've got In Thinking, and you've had some question bank practice with some of these. So I don't care if it's digital or on paper. If you want to do it in a Google Doc, that's fine. If you want to do it on paper, that's fine. If you want to do it on index cards or something like that, just make it about the size of 1 page, right? So not like 50 index cards. Just because they're index cards. I don't care how you set it up, diagrams, bullet points, some combination of things, full sentences, just formulas, whatever you think are the most important points that you need to remember, that when we review in the beginning of May, you're going to be glad that you had that paper. Okay, so that's what we are looking to do. So that the goal for this is at the beginning of May, you don't have all of your study guides in a gigantic packet that you're leafing through. You have a 1-pager for each section. Okay. So I'm going to change this to be due on Tuesday so that you have an extra day. Since I thought I was giving this yesterday until I remembered you weren't going to be here. And I'll change it in Synergy as well. And there's not really a rubric for this because this is my first time doing it as an assignment in that sense. So I will grade it generously. I will look at what you have and I will give some feedback as to, hey, this is a really great way of showing this. Hey, this person made a table. Hey, you only wrote 3 things, but maybe you feel really confident about this material. Are you sure that's all you want? That sort of thing. So don't worry about a score on this assignment. Just do yourself a favor for May. Okay. And I'll put that in Canvas so that you can submit a digital version if you want to. Okay, so the rest of class is independent time to look through your practice packet, or start working on your study guide. If you need paper, I have some blank paper. So whatever you need to spend this time on, feel free to do so. I ordered some and they haven't come in yet, but I can provide you with what I have now. Anyway, let me get back to you on that for a sec. But yeah, tomorrow I will have some index cards for you guys.